Deontay Wilder. Without a doubt, one of the hardest punches of all time.
To this day! To this day!
41 knockouts. He's the heavyweight champion of the world.
This is the title that Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, this is the big title.
He will never be fully respected in the boxing world.
I'm a provider. I'm a protector. I promised her that I'll be a world champion.
I was gonna give her 110%.
How can you defeat a guy that he's not doing it for himself?
I'ma knock his ass out.
And why am I gonna beat this bomb? It's because he can't box, that's why.
I'ma crack your ribs, I'ma crack your jaw.
I was scared, man.
And you will retire.
She was the reason why I got itched by his fight for her. She said, you're all I got.
My body wanted to quit, but my heart wouldn't let me.
She'd have been through so much. I can't let her down. Promise is a promise. Now it's on me.
This is judgment day for him.
Needles being stuck through her.
Doctors telling us how she would never be able to walk.
She's screaming from the top of her lungs. That gets to you, man.
I had a gun in my lap. I was ready to commit suicide.
I'm gonna hurt him. Bad, very bad.
Everything that you done work hard for, everything that you done sacrificed, all the heartaches and pain that you done endure, release the beast that's inside of you.
I'ma send you home packing.
What were you fighting for?
Being 19, having my first child, I remember having to go with her mother to the doctor. It's just like it was yesterday. The room was kind of dim. It seemed so dark, I couldn't even see his face. I can just remember the voice talking. Do we know anything about spinal bifida?
Doctors telling us how she may be in a wheelchair, would never be able to walk.
Because most kids are paralyzed from the waist down. I was scared, man.
They had to break her. Hips was dislocated.
And seeing your child go through so much pain, needles being stuck through her eyes looking at you. She's screaming from the top of her lungs, calling out your name. That gets to you, man. I'm thinking about how can I gain money to support my daughter? Once money go through your hands, it go right through because of bills and other things. You living paycheck to paycheck. It was very hard. It became very rocky for me to the point where I had a gun in my lap. I was ready to commit suicide. You feel like the only way to end all this is to take your life. You're not thinking about anyone else, you're thinking about yourself, but you don't think about how much it will affect your loved ones. Those problems that you're going through is gonna carry on to your family. My body wanted to quit, but my heart wouldn't let me. As a father, I was gonna give her 110% of whatever it had to be done.
I needed money right now. I had a friend in college, thought I should start boxing.
I was ignorant to the sport of boxing. You know, I just looked at those guys, see them on magazine, you'll see them on TV. Seemed like they made it a lot of money.
My whole mentality was to make money for my daughter. What can I lose?
When I walked up in there, it was like I walked in a place that I never seen in a day of my life. It felt like I was at the right place at the right time. And when I walked into my trainer, JD, I said, I want to box.
He told me he wanted to box, but I hear that all the time.
It was like the basketball court is down the street, but he didn't know what type of person I was, what mindset, what I was looking for, most of all, who I was doing it for. I felt like this was it. This was my last opportunity to be able to make money for my daughter.
He was a late arriver to the sport. Most guys started anywhere from 8 to 12 years old. Deontay started at almost 20. Within 2 months, we had already had him sparring professional boxers.
And I remember my first time sparring a pro.
But the guy looks over at me and he says, whatever you do, keep him.
How can you defeat a guy that he's not doing it for himself?
He was stepping up to the plate to be a man. When he gets through training, he'll come pick up the baby every day.
You know, each and every day she still learned to try to be somebody. And all the surgeries she'd have been through throughout life, man, it's just, she'd have been through so much.
Each fight was for my daughter, to tell my daughter a promise. That daddy gonna be a world champion. He's gonna be able to support you beyond your belief. And I was gonna make sure that happened. Holding on to that promise.
What Wilder doesn't have is a title. That he'll have to take from a rugged and dangerous champion. more formidable than anyone he's ever faced. Berman Stavern believes he's the future of the heavyweight division.
And every time you hit the bag, you think about one man, because I'm training for this one particular guy to be able to support and feed my family.
In his mind, he thinks it's a joke or something. I don't see it like that.
That's gonna bring something out of you. Everything that you done worked hard for, everything that you done sacrificed, all the heartaches and pain that you done endured. So when it's time to fight this guy, you can release the beast that's inside of you.
This is Judgment Day for him.
Whoever won that fight was getting the heavyweight championship of the world. This is the title that Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, and Evander Holyfield, this is the big title.
Promise is a promise. Now it's on me. I have this opportunity. I can't let her down.
Going on the attack! Right through their guard. He has not done the right things in this fight. Slips. Left hook by Wilder. Stavern trying to cover up along the ropes. No one thought it would reach the 12th round. With the jab. He finishes it with the jab.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Deontay Wilder!
Now here, baby, I know you watching it. I promise you when you was 1 year old that Daddy'll be world champion. Daddy coming home with that belt.
When I see my daddy win, it makes me feel happy.
She said, Dad, I'm proud of you because I fulfilled my promise.
I just love him very much.
And all the surgeries she'd have been through throughout life, she'd have been through so much, but we done got through it together.
She came very far from what doctor said. She's amazing. She's very smart. She's running around. She's becoming a teenager. She like her own space. She like to do what she like to do. I'm just very proud of her.
What I've learned from her is stand strong, no matter what life may bring to you. I fulfill my promise.
When I think about my life, I was a scared little boy.
If there was a movie that came about this guy, you would never believe it.
He has the title of Lieutenant Sniper, Combat Medic, Parachutist, Recon Scout, and Combat Diver.
I thought that being a SEAL would solve all of my life's problems. I could not have been any more wrong.